Previously on the Wiser YouTube channel.
And other in-situ simulations. We built these hangers to allow us to suspend the camera up in a standard drop ceiling.
Wait, how did you make that?
Hi, I'm John Lutz, Director of Information Technology at Wiser. We've got a bunch of requests on how to make these hangers we use for USB and GoPro cameras. We use them here at Wiser and also in in-situ situations. In this video, we'll show you how to make them. They're pretty easy to make out of standard hardware parts. We'll start at the hardware store. So we'll start at a big box hardware store here. You could go to a local hardware store, or really any hardware store is going to have the parts that we're going to be looking for here. So we're in the plumbing aisle here. We're going to get that 1/2-inch PVC Schedule 40 piping. It's this white stuff, the smallest stuff really that you can get. Just get that. So we're going to get a bunch of little parts here. We'll go through exactly what you need. So we need 2 end caps, we need a T, we need a right angle, and we need a barrel connector. We need all these parts just for one hanger. So if you're going to make 2 or more, you need to double or triple the number of parts that you've got, but these are what you need. So everything fits together really tightly, but you may want to cement some things together, so make sure that if you're going to get the right cement for it. We've got black cement for the black PVC. Make sure you get the regular white PVC cement for that. So somewhere around the hardware section is going to be this bin of metal stock on there. You can just use the regular aluminum stock. You don't need the heavier steel stock. The aluminum stock is easy to drill. We're going to be filing off some of the sharp edges and cutting it. So the aluminum stock will work fine for us. You need about 1 foot per hanger on there. We're going to make little 6-inch bars on it to be able to hang it up in the ceiling. So, 1 foot per application should be fine. All right, so last stop, hardware section again. You need to have 1 small bolt, usually about 1 inch, will be fine. A locking washer and a nut for that. You're going to need 2 sets of those for each hanger that you're going to build. So we're back at the Wiser shop. We've got lots of fancy equipment for this, but for this project, really just an electric drill, a cheap hacksaw, and a basic file will be all that you'll need for this. So the first thing we're going to do is cut our PVC. We'll leave the dimensions for what you need to cut down below, but you'll need 2 4-inch pieces and 1 5-inch piece, and then another piece about 18 inches or so. If you're going to have extensions, you'll need some more on there. So you can use the hacksaw, but if you're going to make a bunch of these, it might pay to invest in these PVC cutters in there. They make nice, square, clean cuts with no burrs on it. So we'll go ahead and go do our cutting now. So we've got our aluminum flat stock. We're going to cut that on our bandsaw, but you could just use a regular old hacksaw with this as well. All right. So we're going to follow all the rough edges down on the aluminum that we've just cut. Make sure we get the corners all nice and rounded and smooth, and that there's no burrs on it. And since it's aluminum, it files really easily. So we need to drill holes through our aluminum stock and our end caps on there. I've put little marks indicating where I want to do the holes. So. We got the small bolts that we're going to use. They've got the rounded heads on them. Makes it so that it doesn't chew up the ceiling whenever we put the hanger up in the ceiling tile, rather than having the big boxy square bolted heads. We're going to need a small bolt, locking washer, and a small nut to put the hanger onto the end cap on here. So we'll just go through and do that. Drop that right in there. Take our nut driver. Put that in. And lock it down pretty tight, you know, with this wiggling loose. There we go. And then that's in there pretty sturdy. Make the other one, and then we'll assemble all the pieces of the pipe together. All right, so now we're going to go put everything together. Take your end caps, each of the 4-inch pieces, plug into those. And then one of the 90 degrees, we'll go into that. Your 5-inch piece, we'll plug into that. And you want the metal piece and this to be essentially at right angles to each other. T connector now goes into that, and your other metal piece goes to the top. And then this piece on the bottom, it's the long part of the hanger. And then our barrel connector at the end. Straighten everything out so it's square to everything else. So it should be parallel to each other there, 90 degrees this way. All right, looks pretty good. And then if you need to have an extension, just whatever length that you may need, you can just go right into the bottom of the barrel connector. And that'll give you a lot of length if you've got a high ceiling that you need to get up into. So we use these Joby GorillaPod clamps to be able to on there. It gives a lot of flexibility for the camera, for positioning on there. And then this end just gets clamped straight onto the PVC hanger that we've created.
Okay.
All right, so now that we've got our clamp on the hanger, we'll just put it up into the ceiling, lock it, and then adjust as needed. That's it. So hopefully you learned a few things today. The descriptions of all the cut lists and where to buy the clamps and everything that you're going to need for this project is going to be in the description below. If you like what you saw here today and you want to learn more about Weiser, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks.